All right, Doug, let's get into it. GGEA Orange versus Lightning Pandas, kicking things off here on Saturday. Happy Saturday, by the way, mate.
Oh, thank you, you too.
Yeah. Here we are, GGEA Orange getting the first points on the board to start this one off. As you can see, all the players, Lightning Pandas spawning there. Bunker making their way through. Nova cutting through mid, almost getting the second there on Proto, but it won't happen again. Gunjar, one of my favorite players to watch, actually, from all the way going back to my first event in Black Ops 3. He's one of my fave players. It's good to see him back here in COD World War II.
Yeah, definitely. I brought up to Benson with GGEA Orange when it comes down to Art of Force. It's one during the national circuit that I feel like they dominate every single time that I saw it too. So there was no vetoes in that one. So letting this one go through, I've seen some glimpses of greatness from Lightning Pandas in the early stages of this team forming on this map. But GGEA Orange, I still feel like they might have the upper hand in this one. As you can see, they dominated that cave hill, but the early rotation is not going to be coming here towards Ruins. You have a complete spread going from that left side to the right side of your mini-map. That is going to force GGEA Orange to spawn all the way there towards that back cabin. And now if you're them, you try to figure out which way you truly want to break from. They try going through middle, it doesn't work, but now they're trying to go here for the pinch. 2 players left last alive over by Ruins for Lightning Pandas.
Your Lightning Pandas holding firm here against the push from GGEA Orange, but here comes a beautiful pinch there. That was Spoof making his way in from the back. Oh, and he's going to be dropped there by Royalty. Finally turned there, Nova makes it a second, and here we are. Lightning Pandas have been forced out. 30 seconds remain here on the Ruins hardpoint, and Nova's got a big ask here to hold these players at bay, and he can't do that when Proto is flying through the air, coming in over the top of that one and getting the kill. Still, GGEA Orange holding firm so far. The Pandas, not quite extinct yet, are they?
Not just yet. Spoof still holding strong here, but Royalty's worked out a little bit of a flank over here towards Bunker, so they're not going to have the spawns just yet. This is going to be Nova and Mayhem trying to work out here for a little bit of a bait and switch, but it's not going to work. Royalty finds himself too to lock that one down, and look where GGEA are spawning all the way towards that back bridge area. Royalty still holding down this line of sight, knows that there's some players still towards that old hill. As you start to see one pushing there through the fire in the mid-cut. Looks like it's going to be another try to get a bait and switch here with Spoos and Believe this time, but Royalty, easiest kills of his life. He's catching them all with his back turn, and again, nice shots coming in from him. That's going to be a 4-kill streak and a 10-4 start for Royalty.
How did he manage to get that second one? Is it, again, the players knew he was there, but I think they were far more preoccupied with the players looking, on the right-hand side of the spawn. So still Royalty just sitting tight. I'm glad we're still staying on his perspective. He's not far away from streaks. Gunjar coming in from behind and saving him. Lovely work through the smoke, and a second that's going to net him his streaks, and he's not too far away now from that artillery strike as well. So this is a lovely run from Royalty. 6 in a row, currently seeing a 12-4, and this is certainly attributing to Lightning Pandas making their way back into this one.
And that's what you like to see too. Gunjar was just being the bait up there to the front. Royalty knows if I get in the hill, I'm getting extra points for the kills and from being inside of that hard point, getting the defense. Royalty continuing his mayhem. 9-kill streak for him. He's finally going to be shut down there by Believe. Lightning Pandas have taken the lead here off of Bunker, but now we head over towards East Road, which GGEA Orange, you see him on your mini-map. They're already inside. They're ready to rock. They're forcing the players from Lightning Panda all the way out, but now you start seeing artillery barrage being placed over there towards that bridge cut. Every kill that they get is going to spawn them towards that back area. Royalty knows that. Fighter pilot now coming into play, gets them into where the players are, but not going to be able to pick up a kill with that.
Yeah, very important positioning there from the players, and Believe finally taken out there, and Royalty reaping the rewards of his earlier streak. 16-5 still, and the Pandas currently in control of the East Road. Believe now coming in from behind. This is a favorable spawn for them for now, but as you can see, those arrows, the front line of Lightning Pandas just shifted, and now they're watching that spawns. Bit of a split though. You can see number 4 on that minimap going to be coming in from behind, and this could spell doom for the Pandas if they don't pick up on this quickly. But Spoof, he's got to get in there quick. That first kill is going to be big, but immediately Proto on the turn is going to drop him like a sack of bricks, and still Pandas now crack 100. Things looking a bit up for them as GGEA Orange start this one really well.
Yeah, they most definitely did. And Lightning Pandas that entire time going from Bunker to transitioning over to there. You saw their artillery, you saw the fighter pilot. The main goal was to keep GGEA Orange pinned in towards that back bridge. As soon as they allowed them to push up, they got the cabin control. They had somebody just watching them spawn off that top bridge and getting some damage done with the STG. But Lightning Pandas slowly starting to pull away with this one as we are back into our second set of rotations. You see Exotic is going to be the player inside the hill. Gunfight's going down towards the middle of the map, but Exotic is more than happy to soak up this time inside of Cave.
Yeah, he's going to be sitting tight. He's got his little tent set up. He's got a stove pot because it's pretty cold here in the Ardennes Forest. Proto keeping the run going. He's currently sitting on a 2 streak. I think a lot of multiple kills for the guys on Lightning Pandas. Everyone working their way towards streaks. And Exotic holding on. That's going to be Fighter Pilot in his back pocket. A mere 20 points away from his glide bomb as well, if he can stay alive. But here comes the push from GGEA Orange, and he is going to be dropped without grabbing that kill streak. Gunjar also pushed back as GGEA Orange flushed the enemy out of the cave, and now making their way across map, getting ready for that next rotation as they get the final 15 seconds. And as you can see, all of Lightning Pandas now set up for the next rotation. Their world's truly dug in, watching every position they can, all the corners. The gunfight is going to come down to Royalty and what a star he's been so far.
He most definitely has, and if you're Lightning Pandas, you're leaving him to try to fight a 1 versus 2. He's able to do it in that bunker hill, not able to do it right there. He's going to fall to the hands of Believe. As you start to see now, it looks like it's going to be a 2-2 split. 2 players coming from middle map, 2 coming from that back bell. Now it's going to be a fighter pilot called in from Goonjar here. Should be able to take out Spoo, spots Mayhem there as well, tags up some shots. Not going to clean up the kill, but Royalty's right there to clean that one back up. But Lightning Panda still holding true at 150 points. They have this one locked down. They have GGEA Orange pinned right back in here to this corner by Bell. Exotic, he's just proning right there. As soon as Believe pushes out, he should fall.
Oh, look at the timing on that. Exotic coming through and managing to pick him off. Again, the time being bought here by Pandas. They're doing such a good job of holding the hard point and making sure that GGEA Orange are in no position to push. They're holding them back at every single opportunity. And now Spoof trying to get back off spawn, trying to get stuck into this one as the hard point. There's 15 seconds left, and it looks like GGEA Orange are going to be getting the final few moments. But again, not a strong look for them for quite a while now. Pandas 172 to 93. Orange began this game so well. Like, where have they gone? What's going on?
You had Nova with the STG, who is doing all that damage. He was catching the players on the cross for Lightning Pandas. He's slowed down by a very large margin. He's sitting at 14-8. He got off to a hot start. He was going toe-to-toe. Then Royalty picking that up. If Royalty's going off, he's able to get the guys who are on that rotation. He's able to pick up the players who are going over there towards open as well. You guys just saw one streak used there by Goonjar. That was going to be the glide bomb, and he's getting very close to getting another set of streaks as well. He's going to go and push out, get into that anchoring position, finds one. Mayhem, the next player in towards back bell. GGEA Orange is spawning right on top of him, but Lightning Pandas looking to try to put GGEA Orange into 100-point club here.
Oh, that's 3 in a row from Goonjar. The ace pilot, indeed, as he sinks in there. And I was watching the back. You see all the members of GGEA Orange making their way up through the top. They've gone past bridge, and now they're trying to cut their way through Cabin Alley, but they are going to be dropped there by Proto. This is Goonjar again. Kill streaks aplenty. He may be able to grab one more here. Believes going to be caught out in the middle, and that actually is a good dodge. And he's just been caught. He was like 20, maybe 50 points away from picking up artillery strike there, so that's a very important kill. Speaking of kills, though, Royalty, 27 and 15. He's going absolutely ham, and Lightning Pandas now over 200 points. They're ever so close now to closing out the first map here against GGEA Orange.
And that's the thing, too. If GGEA Orange somehow gets complete control of this when they start to take over the hill, you have a fighter pilot that's still going to be able to use, and East Road is that hill that you want to use it on. You can use it on either here at Ruins or inside of there. There's so many open places. There's 2-player stack. They don't have mount. You're guaranteed a 2-piece almost every single time, maybe even a 3-piece, some would say. But GGEA Orange have now taken over, and this is where you see the fighter pilot come in. It's going to be Exotic. We'll see what damage he's going to be able to do. He spots one. Essentially going to be a team kill there coming in from Mayhem. He gets the intel, but again, no kill coming from that fighter pilot.
Interesting. That could have been extremely profitable. You saw those players, as soon as they heard that fighter pilot coming in, they all hit the deck, they all took cover and immediately nullified that entire kill streak. And now Spoof and the boys of GGEA Orange holding on. It's 2 of them against the world right now as they're taking those players, pushing through the streak. Proto with a big 1v1 win there on Spoof, and that's going to flip the hard point now in the favor of the boys of Lightning Panda. Nova trying to answer back, trying to get back in there, but you can see those blue arrows flooding their way across the map, trying to catch these players out and in position. And all of a sudden, Spoof, he's left on his lonesome in the hard point. As it flips, GGEA Orange desperately trying to get back into this one.
When you have your 2 AR players on a map like Ardent Forest going off like you're seeing Royalty and Goonjar doing, it's going to make your life so much easier. And when you're just making the players from GGEA Orange struggle to get in any sort of position to set up, it's not going to work. They're trying to use the smokes, they're trying to cross, but this relentless pressure coming from Lightning Pandas is just completely halting that. A split spawn comes in, so they try to go for the pinch. They're not going to be able to do so. Finally, though, GGEA Orange is able to get the kill inside the hill, but Exotic is right there to trade that one out. They can win off of this hill, and they're looking to shut it down now. Look at the pressure Lightning Pandas is applying to GGEA Orange.
Final 20 points now for the Pandas. GGEA Orange just getting caught in the armbar of the Pandas, and his Royalty, he's been an absolute monster. 31 and 19, slaying his heart out, finally taken care of there. And here we have, it's a bit of a pinch happening now on the hard point. As you can see, GGEA Orange currently in control, 10 seconds remaining, but once again, the Pandas in position to get the next rotation. Exotic now, he's got 2 players coming around the corner. Doesn't mention to find anything, and now it's all on Royalty to take care of these 2. They can win it on the next hard point. Members of Orange have got to get in there quick. Royalty wins the second, and that could well be it. And there we have it. The Pandas take game number 1.
A wonderful performance from Lightning Pandas, map 1. And Chance, when you have guys slaying like that, it's very hard to throw away a game.
So, I mean, Dirk touched on it earlier talking about GGEA Orange, of like the chemistry's there. They've been teaming for a long time. But if you want to talk about Lightning Pandas, you got to talk about just like their skill cap for the team, right? Like when those players are going off, the talent is insane. Like these are players, how many have been in the Pro League? At least 3, if not 4 of them at a certain point. They have nice champs placing under their belt. And you saw Royalty had an absolute field day. Goonjar had an absolute field day. It's not that they outplayed their opponent. It's not that they played 4 is better. It's just they killed them too much more.
Yeah, Royalty's had a fantastic fantastic event thus far from some of the games I've been able to see from him, putting up big numbers when his team need him. And this is, again, a big win for them, of course, but that's map 1 done. There's still other games going on here at CWL Atlanta, so I do want to take a quick look, stop in at one of the other games going on, which is on Charlie. It's Vitality versus Ghost Gaming, and of course, we know Vitality pretty well. We've been watching them throughout the Pro League, of course. They didn't really have the best record, and this could be a good chance, honestly, Dirk, here for Ghost Gaming to come in and actually pick up this big win.
Yeah, it's a rejuvenated Ghost Gaming squad. I mean, we saw them in pool play where it's just an event they wanted to forget. They go through a series of roster shuffles and don't even have that great of a national circuit. That's really another one that they want to forget. So bouncing back in a big way here, able to find themselves into pool play. And just with this roster, there's a lot of issues when it came down to specifically the respawns for the side. Search and Destroy was something that came natural, but just from seeing the early matches against Complexity, they've been showing that they're able to slay with the best of the SMGs. The AR play coming in from Mox as well has been absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I think the talent on Ghost Gaming is going to be too much. I know they're not in the Pro League, but I've seen enough of Vitality to say that I think Ghost, as long as they play at their best, should be able to pull this one away. But obviously, you can't have anyone with a slow start. And Lacefield, at least for the moment, started out 3-8, but not too bad. Has a little bit of time in the hill. It's very early in this game. But yeah, I think Vitality, like Whalers, has to go off just for this to even be competitive.
Of course, you mentioned Lace, a little bit of a slow start, but halfway towards his streaks, if he's able to string a little bit of momentum, that slow start will, of course, be completely nullified. But as it stands, Miles, it is Vitality with the lead here. Admittedly, not a very big one.
It's not a great lead, but we talked about Whalers. He needs to go off. And if anyone goes off, I mean, Whalers is my all-time favorite player. When he pops off, nobody pops off quite like this Frenchman does. It's a thing of beauty. And he's another guy, he gets really animated. He's screaming, he's flying around. And he's, again, I want to see Whalers do Whalers things. That was not a Whalers thing.
It was close, 14-8. Started to string a little bit together there, but of course, as for this Vitality squad, Chance, you mentioned you've watched them so much. I mean, we all have, right? They've been in the Pro League, you've sat, you've broken down every single map they've played, if you will. What's been going wrong for them in the Pro League?
It's always just individual inconsistencies. I think the talent across the board at times can be there, but you just can't have one or two players kind of lagging behind. And they've all taken turns. Like, all players have shown the skill where they all have a game where they go off. Xerox and Riskins have had games where they're nasty, but I think Whalers has really been the only guy that's been consistent for his squad, and they need that consistency against the top teams, because even if you have one bad map, that can be enough to toss away the entire series.
Well, we're going to pull away from this game. Again, we'll keep you updated with all things CWL Atlanta. I believe on Bravo, you can watch E United versus Heretics. United have come off to a pretty strong start there as well, but that, of course, exclusively on our Bravo stream. For now, though, we can divert attention back to our main stage matchup, Lightning Pandas versus GGEA Orange. And as you can see there, it is the Lightning Pandas that currently have themselves a 1-0 lead in the series. A crucial game for them. And on the flip side, of course, GGEA Orange coming out of that horrible open bracket, looking to cause a little bit of a ruckus in this group. We can now send it down to map number 2, Search and Destroy on London Docks.
Dirk, this may be an unpopular opinion, but I actually kind of prefer the old Lightning Pandas logo more.
No? I like this one. It's too cute.
You like the little cutesy panda thing? Nah, man, I like a ferocious panda. They may be fluffy, but there's nothing friendly about them. Nothing friendly about either of those guys. Nova picked up a snipe on Royalty, so that's tying things up close range there with Nova on the snipe, and that's going to be all on Proto here in the first round of this Search and Destroy on London Docks. Can he turn this around? Highly possible. Pro finds one. Ooh, he's found a second. He's tied it up to 1 versus 1. Mayhem now. Going up against Proto, 40 seconds remaining.
That was very close to the machine pistol. He got the first shot on Proto with a crispy one. Tries to go for the defuse. That gets the kill on Mayhem. Proto, an ace in the round. A defuse there, going huge for Lightning Pandas in round 1. And you can see the player reaction, all just sitting there laughing, having fun.
It's a moment of almost disbelief, because you know those guys are dead. They're sitting there watching their player's perspective, and they're like, hey, go. Like that, you can feel the excitement there building as he managed to get that full ace. And whew, it's a good way to start this one, right? I mean, that's round 1. How do you bounce back from that as GGEA Orange? It was all going so well for them, only to be aced.
We'll see what they do now. It will be Lightning Pandas on the offensive. Proto, the bomb carrier, already so close towards those streaks. A kill will do it. Trying to get to the plant here, though. You start to see the smokes come out. It's going to completely go through that gate area, as now they're pushing on forward. The site has been taken by them. Shots are going to be going there through the smoke. Going to be able to connect on a couple, but Spoof in a position to try to get this setup completely broken from the side of Lightning Pandas. Nova's going to be able to find one. Exotic finds himself in engagement with Mayhem. He dives ahead to back up to Lights. Goonjar finds a kill. Right now, 2 versus 3.
Ooh, Goonjar managing to find one. It's the 2v2. Less than a minute left on the clock. They've got to pick up that bomb. Oh, move it around and hopefully get an arm. That's the bomb picked up there by Exotic, and now Going to reshuffle his position, maybe even go back towards A, because you can see that player bottom right-hand side. I think they may have cottoned on to Believe being down there, watching that B-bomb site. Nova's the only player in position to make a move here. He's going to pick up this information momentarily, and that is going to be absolutely huge. He's just seen the head there of Exotic, and he's got to watch out now for the pinch. Reinforcements from Believe now making his way through the bottom of the map, and he's got to get there as quick as he can. He may time this perfectly. He could possibly save his teammate and be able to catch Gunjar off guard. That's the 1v1 engagement. The shots are in. Here comes the pounce. Nova, he just looks away at the last moment, and that's going to possibly cost him. Gunjar gets away with his life. And in that moment of excitement, with 10 seconds left on the clock, the bomb may go down. What a clutch timing there. Believe, though, managing to clutch up there and get the kill. Gunjar, last player alive now for the Lightning Pandas. He's got to defend that bomb. And that's not how you do it. What a bounce back there from GGEA Orange.
Looks shaky there just for a little bit. I mean, they know they had Gunjar in the open. He had no cover. If he would have just held that sight when Gunjar goes to run out, he would have picked up that kill. Would have been a completely different situation. Either way, they're able to win it. Shaky shots came in from Believe, but was able to find a kill on Exotic as well. So they tie things up at 1 apiece as GGEA Orange move back onto the offensive side.
Here we go. Another round. If you've just joined us, this is the first match of the day. Hardpoint was won convincingly by Lightning Pandas. Of course, Lightning Pandas taking the place of Epsilon here in pools. GGEA Orange ran the gauntlet of the open bracket and have made their way here. Royalty is, he's gonna get Nova there, no questions asked. And that's a lovely way to start this round for the Lightning Pandas.
Yep, and you're seeing Lightning Pandas' aggressive playstyle right now. They're able to push on through to Beer. They find the kill. Bomb is going to be down, so now GGEA Orange are going to be in a sticky situation here. It's going to be Believe and Spoof left up to try to clutch 2 versus 4. You have Royalty watching across with the sniper. He's going to be able to get the call there on Spoof. Finds the shot there as well. 2 kills for Royalty just in this round alone.
Well, he was the superstar on the hard point. He's doing exactly the same thing now in the S&D. Believe all on his own. 1v4 situation. This isn't what he signed up for. He signed up for glory. He signed up for COD events all over the world, and now he's in a 1v4 situation out in the middle of nowhere. Oh man, here they come. They're going to be coming thick and fast, and there we have it. That is going to be another clean round for Lightning Pandas. That was a very dominant run there, Dirk.
That was, it just all started with the Royalty pick, and as soon as that, they just get very aggressive, and that's kind of one of those like wild card plays where you just say, you know what, let's just go ahead and rush from one round, see how that one goes. They got the barrel control within the first 30 seconds of that match as well, so it all starts over Royalty getting that pick that knows as soon as that guy drops, he's their main shot caller to see who's going to be there. Royalty gets the kill. Things completely open up. You don't see anybody cross. You know it's more than likely going to be a hit over towards B.
Let's see how GGEA Orange can respond here now on defense. Lightning Pandas still looking pretty strong. Proto 4-1. And of course, Royalty picking up 2 snipes in that last one. Smokes out through mid. It's going to be a B push with that bomb. This is Nova, though. He's watching the flanks. Shots on through the smoke. Hoping to capture tag. If he can catch a tag, he gives his teammates a ton of information. Believe there, though. As the smoke settles, he's quite literally going to be in the thick of it. Spoof comes through. Believe gets the kill. Lovely timing from Spoof. Oh, caught out from a side. That's very, very important. 2 dead for GGEA Orange. Just the 1 for Lightning Pandas. And Nova hoping to tie this up. Beautiful work. It's now a 2v2 with 1 minute on the clock.
See what they're going to do here. Exotic pushing on through, has his teammate right by his side. They should be able to, if one falls here, get the trade, but doesn't even need it. Exotic with the bar, takes out Believe. So now it's left up to Nova. I'm curious to see if he just has the M19 in his hand. Probably a machine pistol in his back pocket as well. No, he switched it over to the STG here as well. Bomb is now going to go down. Proto backs up. They're going for the cold control here. The bomb is going to be planted for them.
See if he can make this work. He's got to get in there. He's got to infiltrate the site and retake it and take care of 2 players. That's important line of sight on 1. Oh no, he's out in the middle of the street. Pants are down and he's just taking a spanking, and that's another round to Lightning Pandas. They're getting more and more dominant, more and more confident as this search and destroy goes on, and I don't really feel like there's a whole lot of strategic depth in the GGEA Orange camp at the moment, though.
There isn't. You saw Expeditionary being pulled out there by Royalty as well in that one. We've seen it a couple times this weekend. Looney's been a big advocate from Rise Nation. It's mostly using it. A lot of people on land run that armor. They don't need the mountain. They have the noise-canceling headsets. You're not going to hear it. So that's one of the biggest things, too, is people using that. They're throwing the stun out. Even though they're running armor, they're still getting a hit marker. So they kind of know a general sense of which direction they're going to go. I don't think Royalty tagged up anything in that one, but it's something to keep an eye on as the rest of the game does progress.
Well, that's already a pretty lightning start, pardon the pun, as we've lost 2 of the Pandas. Exotic and Royalty last 2 left, and before you know it, it's already finished. 2-3, slowly but surely. GGEA Orange may be able to get back into this one. That round was fast. That was a quick and I've got nothing to say. They just all got blasted out of the sky. Look at that, like a Michael Bay movie. Full of explosions, smoke, and slow motion. I love it.
And it's one of the things, too, if you're GGEA Orange and Lightning Pandas is going to keep on being very, very aggressive, passing that 50-yard line consistently in the search and destroy, play back and allow them to just try to make their mistake. Play like a game of chess at that point in time. They're able to do it right there. Lightning Pandas just saw him push all the way straight in towards Cole. They finally get their second round on the board here. Now we'll see what Lightning Pandas is going to do back on the offensive side once more. You see Nova trying to get the shot call to see which players are going to be crossing. I wonder if Royalty spotted that one guy who crossed over toward that lower docks, but Believe finds himself in the first engagement. Goonjar, though, is going to come out on top and draw the first blood.
Well, Nova didn't catch the hat of Royalty quite literally there. Almost taking the hat off Goonjar as well in that moment, but this is going to be an aggressive push. Beautiful work, finds one, immediately cleaned up. Spoof now all on his own. Blinking is over. One kill now ties it up to 1v2, but Spoof, a lot of pressure now being applied. He saw both players there. And they know they got the tag on him. They're going to quickly rotate back towards B, get the arm down. And it's all on Spoof now to make this work.
It's going to be so hard. Looks like he's going to try to go for this middle retake, get some nice shots into Royalty. He's going to be able to get away with his life. Exotic is going to be right there, holding his angle towards that corner. Spoof with 35 seconds on the clock. He goes up here on the top box, getting some shots down. Exotic's able to avoid those ones. All right, now they're just toying with him. That's all they need to do is play the clock. But they allow Spoof to get right here into the corner. Get some shots as Royalty finds him. Exotic peeks out. Can he get the kill? No, he cannot. Exotic goes big there and wins the round for Lightning Pandas.
There was a moment. It was a small moment, but there really was a moment there. He guessed right with the aim. But again, that BAR, close range, all it took was 3. Man, what a round there. Exotic. Here on your screen, pretty composed, pretty cool. You'd hope so after a round like that. The Pandas now in the lead by 2 here. Again, it's 1st to 6. GGEA Orange, no this yet. But they would love to get a map win on the board here. The last thing they'll be doing is going down 2-0 in the series. Let's see what they can bring now on their offensive round. Mayhem with the bomb.
So you got Nova has Inconspicuous, and again, it's another fast push coming in from Lightning Pandas. 2 hit in towards Barrel, trying to get the trade of mine. Spoof's going to be able to make one of them pay. They know there's still one here lurking. Nova peeks out, gets tagged up. Exotic not going to be able to find the kill. Peeks out once more. He's got to get away with his life, and he does just that. But A, bomb site control has gone to GGEA Orange. Believe finds a kill. Spoof as well. Goonjar now left up, 1 versus 4.
Lovely work there. Goonjar got 1 kill out of this one again. It's a 1v3. The odds are stacked against him. Lovely, pensive, slow play from GGEA Orange, very smart. Nova didn't have to waste his life, and look at that, immediately making use of that spare time, getting a kill and in the round. GGEA Orange with another win there. I mean, look, let's be real, that was a good round for them. That fight in barrels could have gone, he could have dived in there, he could have chased the kill and probably been taken out, because let's face it, the Pandas have been pretty hot. They've been firing really well so far in the series. Great play, man. That changed the whole round.
They just look frustrated. It's like, why are they being so aggressive on us? It's one of those things that you're typically not used to seeing. Like I said, it's a wild card play, one-time thing. Let's catch them off guard. But Lightning Pandas now 3 rounds in a row. It's just constant. Let's fly into barrels and try to get this. The good thing about it, though, is that they're 2-hitting. They have those trades in mind to try to get that one. They weren't able to get that effectively. And Spoof, he really spoiled that entire thing. They allowed him to get to the water on those boxes by apples, and that's where the entire round just fell apart. I believe he got stuck there, but the Armored saved him.
Wow, you saw that. You heard his character flinch when that grenade literally stuck him. Thank you, Armored. Oh, Mayhem could have done with some body armor or something in that scenario, because now he's been dropped. Royalty just above. He's going to be able to catch Nova here, out in the middle of nowhere. Beautiful turn. Can he finish the kill? Royalty! Now he's doing what he can to put this into a very tough situation now. But GGEA Orange now down to 1. Spoof versus Royalty in a 1v1. 50 seconds on the clock. The bomb hasn't been armed. Oh, it's going to be a long-range gunfight. Let's see who cracks first. All Spoof. Beautiful shots. What a way to win the round.
Ooh, a hype GGEA Orange is a scared one. Don't let them fool you. They said that they have the smallest height combined for all 4 players than any other team in Call of Duty. Though they are small, they are fierce.
Oh, wow. That's what a stat that is.
No, it's they sit there, they own it too. They're saying, yeah, we're the smallest team in Call of Duty. We love it.
Fun size. They're not tiny. Here we go. This has now opened right up. I'll take it all back. I said that Orange they didn't have any strats. It wasn't going to work out for them. They were going to get smacked. Take it all back. It's 4-4 right now here in round 9.
I'm not sure if that smoke came in from Lightning Pandas or not. I think it is. And look, it's another straight up hit going this way. Believe waits it out and he gets the kill on Royalty. They're finally making Lightning Pandas play for playing so aggressive.
Yeah, they're punishing him, and that punishment is death. They're paying the iron price, eh? Goonjar making his way on the right side of the map. He's just about to run in a Spoof. Checking those corners though. Remembers his basic training, but if he looks right before crossing the street, this could be huge. Oh, he's just rung the dinner bell, and here comes the hungry inmate. Proto, the trap was set. Pandas now managing to tie things up. Mayhem still has bomb. Exotic in mid. Oh, that poke, he's shoulder peeking. I think he's been seen. Believe's relocating now to try and catch him as he comes straight in. And oh, there it is. The BAR once again ringing out for Believe. 2v3 right now with the Pandas at the disadvantage.
Yep, bomb completely open, so Mayhem will get this one down. 30 seconds on the clock, but we'll have a fresh 45 as soon as that one does drop. They have a 3-man spread going from the bottom of your minimap going all the way up to the top. We'll see how Lightning Pandas tries to break this one. Goonjar's going to spot one over here, so now they can try to isolate this player, but it looks like they're going to leave Proto to try to fight this if he can get this tight angle and try to make some moves over towards Nova. Did he spot his head? He's not going to be able to. Proto's going to be able to draw the first kill there, even things up at 2 apiece.
Oh, this is great. One kill at a time, very slowly but surely. Goonjar now has put Believe all on his own. He needs to make a reload, Believe. So 17 seconds. He can make this work. Bombs down on the A-bomb site. Oh, here it comes. Believe. Through the window! Over the top! He did it! Oh my good God!
People don't know about that spot. I learned the hard way by going into that one. Insane. It's a positioning nobody knows. You're over here towards the doctor. You get the shots. It's going to count as a collateral, so you don't do that much damage. But if you're able to just get at least 3 shots and then peek out the machine pistol, you're going to get the kill. GG Orange bouncing back in such a big way. It's match point for them.
Oh, wow. Wow. Here we go. That's a momentum shift right there. That's a round win. That could be a map win if they can capitalize on it now. GG Orange match point. The Pandas, they've gone back to their aggressive ways. Look how far forward they've already gone straight into B. But look, Orange have they've slowed down. They've pulled right back. They set up for an A push. Now they're going to have to slowly but surely retake that site. As you can see, all those blue arrows have made their way right through. Believe shots on. No damage dealt. Mayhem too far forward. He's been dropped. Can the Pandas tie this? They can tie it up. They've got the numbers now. They've got the advantage. Nova's watching that left-hand side. If he can make his way through, he might be able to cause a bit of a ruckus. Spoof those shots out. He's going to get pushed. Believe from the behind.
He needs to try to play his life here, but look at this. They're in a position to try to get a pinch. He has no ammo. They fall. Round 11 here in game 2 for GG Orange's first pull play match.
Quite a frustrating round to watch. Again, they were so on point with the trades, and there it just felt like GGA Orange, they stopped trading. You know, Believe was in a position to maybe pick up Goonjar, and he caught another player as well. But if he'd stayed there, maybe reloaded or just swapped to his pistol, he could have engaged again. But instead, he pulled back, and then he got flushed out straight away. And tiny little moments like that have just changed the round. And now, round 11, here we go.
GG Orange back on the offensive here for the final round here in the search and destroy. Smoke goes out once more. 2 players are going to be getting that warehouse control. B-bomb site has been given up. There's not even somebody watching the crossover towards that way. The closest player is going to be Goonjar. He's watching towards that middle map to see if somebody makes a play towards middle. Obviously, we have the Codcaster. We can see Royalty is just going to be able to get a tight angle. But if they don't even go into his view, if they stay behind that van, they could be able to get the bomb down. 1 player in lights, slowly starting to jiggle peek around this corner. Can Royalty make them pay? If you're Spoof, just hold this angle right now that you have. You see the nade's going to go out. That's going to get the call. Now there should be a player rotating over here for Lightning Pandas to try to make something happen. You see that right now. Goonjar trying to watch the crossover towards Lights. Throw some shots down. Not going to be able to connect. Royalty gets a hit marker right there with the sniper, and Spoofs is going to be able to clean up the kill. Mayhem finds 1. 2 players left up for Lightning Pandas.
2v4. Goonjar now dropped. Exotic, last player alive. This could be it. GGA Orange's moment to shine, get back into this match in a big way, and they've done just that off the back of one of the most spectacular S&D round wins we've seen in the competition. Tied up 1-1.
A wonderful performance from GGEA there. It goes the distance to round 11. They stay composed, Chance, and they get themselves a map win on the board.
And I gotta say, that hit marker from Royalty is a heartbreaker if you're a Lightning Pandas fan, but the plays that GGA Orange were making were nasty. Like, they played the in-game decision-making, like in the moment the individual players are making, even some of the rounds where they're losing is incredibly impressive. Of course, you have to talk about that 1v2 clutch where gets a couple hit markers and a guy through a window, which how many times have you seen that spot used this year? And then he gets like collaterals with the pistol. So Orange, man, they're looking decent at the very least, but as we said on A, that's going to be a very competitive series.
Very competitive. And speaking of competitive series, all the other games currently going on here in Atlanta are, well, let's just say getting spicy. I know you guys were very focused on the alpha matchup. Well, me and Chance, we have a wonderful quads play here. We're watching all of the games as they're going on. Bravo Heretics took map 1 off E United, 250 to 203. And it's worth mentioning, E United had around about an 80-point lead in that one as well, Chance.
I stopped watching the game. I was like, oh, E United's going to get it. They were up like 200 to 120, so I started watching Charlie and Delta, and then Ben hits me on the shoulder. I look back, and somehow they made the comeback. And they completely shut E United down as well. They had to have gone on like 100, 120 point just by themselves with E United.
It was 159 points to 10. That was the run Heretics went on to come back in that game.
That's the biggest choke we've seen at Atlanta? Maybe. That's got to be close. That is
up there
to see from E United, but props to Heretics. Obviously, they look good.
They look great. Good. They're also 2-1 up in the search and destroy. Of course, we'll bring you those updates in a little bit because there was still more action as well. I want to show you what happened on Delta. It's a European matchup, Monaco versus Unilad. Of course, Monaco, the French squad. Look at how this one ended as well. This was a back and forth match. It really was. Both teams had the lead at certain parts, and then all of a sudden, you see Monaco turn up, Chance.
And right there, once Atlas gets that fighter pilot, I figured, all right, they should have this in the bag. They can force these guys out of the hill. Calls in the glide bomb as well, so the streaks obviously come into play, but you think you're going to be able to go to the next hill. They keep Unilad out, so it's a desperate situation. They, hold on just barely enough to force the next hill, but it comes down to who does better on the rotation. Unilad, you see, they have bodies over in the next hill, but you got to keep in mind they have to fight off that fighter pilot, which, to their credit, they did a pretty decent job. You see Atlas calls it in, and you see Unilad, they end up getting the break off of this, but it comes down to the wire. Monaco, however you say it, had to keep them out. 3 more seconds Unilad needs, but the gunfights just towards the end and the nades coming in. Those 2 nade kills you saw right there, they just go in favor of the French team. An impressive win. That game was an absolute barn burn.
Oh, it was a fantastic one. It very much was. And of course, let's not forget Monaco, a team that placed 3rd in the French national circuit. They didn't win the thing, but they have come here to prove a point, and what a point it is. Again, we'll keep you updated with all of the games and some of the upsets as they come through. Ghost did also take map 1 against Vitality. I think it was 250 to 240, so it was a close one, but I feel like that was expected, Chance. I feel like we expected that result.
And similar to what E United saw, it was just Vitality had a pretty nice lead, about 50 points going in the final 2 hills, and as we've seen from Vitality quite a few times, they played teams close, and they still managed to lose. So Ghost Gaming had a pretty nasty comeback as well.
Yeah, they most definitely did, but it's our game on Alpha, which is turning out to be a pretty good one. Of course, series tied at 1-1. GGEA Orange just clutched up around 11 search and destroy. Lightning Pandas, of course, took the hard point. Now we're heading over to a game 3, capture the flag, and I believe we're staying in London for London Docks.
Here we go, into the CTF. And again, we want to stress the importance of this match in pool play because it's a fairly closely contested pool. So 1 win apiece for most of the teams and 2 losses. So if GGEA Orange can come into the pool and net a win, they push themselves up to 2nd place, I believe, straight away. Something like that. I'm not the numbers guy, that's Merc's job. He's the numbers bloke.
Yeah, it's realistic for these guys to get 2nd with how poor every other team is playing in this one, excluding Rise Nation, too. So, I mean, GGEA Orange, they said that they want top 8 this event. It all starts there. We get a nice view of the hammer cam, and immediately 2 kills go away of GGEA Orange. They have the flag, and they're already making pretty good progress with it up towards that middle map, but keep an eye on the bottom. It's going to be Exotic. He's getting ready to get a play to try to get this return. The bait's going to be there. Exotic finds 2. Flag going to be returned back to the homeland for the side of Lightning Pandas.
Man, that hurts. You make such an incredibly aggressive start to the game. You get 3 dead, you pull the flag, and when you're just so close, you've got the keys in the front door. Exotic is already there, and he's already nailed you. So there we are. Exotic's still alive. Somehow he's keeping this run going, and now, if he can make it work, he's going to get himself streaks. 1 more kill, maybe. And then a flag pull, and he's in a very, very tough spot. Again, he's been here since the start of the game. This is still his first life. He hasn't been taken out there, and he's biding his time in a very smart way. That's a grab and a run. And look at him go. He's already out. This is going to be very important, though, from Spoof in position right in front of him. Can he do the dirty on him? He does, indeed, with a little taste of his own medicine, and that's going to be the flag stop. But the flag's still out and about, alive. Spoof can't make it happen again, and this is Proto picking up the flag, keeping it going. Just by the skin of his teeth does he make it through. Shots in over the top, and he will be taken care of. But the flag is still on the move, and Lightning Pandas now have managed to somehow secure that.
They played a little bit of peekaboo action to shut that one down initially, but nobody was able to make towards that return. Nova tried to get that last little bit of breath of air for the side of GGEA Orange, trying to wallbang there through that barrels. It's nice to see Nova and crew, they're getting ready to go push on in. They have 1 more play to where that's going to be Proto. He's able to take down the flag carrier. Shots do going. Proto gets away with his life. PPSH in the back pocket for Nova. Nade is going to take him out. Another defensive hold coming in from Lightning Pandas. They have Royalty already in the enemy base. He's going to get that one playing the tight corner. Gets away with his life once more. Has Proto in here for support as well. Lightning Pandas, that's going to be cap number 2 on the board.
Oh, Proto with the kill, and the second with a pistol, and Streaks as well. God, that was filthy, and now he's going to be able to make that flag cap go in. That's 2-0 now. Staying on with Proto, though, because he's putting on quite the show. I take it all back. He's down now, but still, Streaks in the bag. That is so important. Exotic going for another flag cap. Again, Lightning Pandas, the pressure being applied. There's not much GGEA Orange can do.
It's London Docks, too, is just one of these maps I feel like favors Lightning Pandas in every single way possible. It's just one of those where the aggressive playstyle Lightning Pandas plays, they're constantly, right from the beginning of the game, we had Exotic and Fire. I feel like there hasn't been a time where there's not a teammate in Fire for the side of Lightning Pandas. They're getting set up for relays, and that's going to be 3 caps. If we go back to the Canadian event, you see GGEA Orange taking complexity on this one. Got absolutely stomped in this map. In which way were they able to bounce back? Well, they ended up winning the event, so they bounced back pretty well, but it's just a map that doesn't flow well with GGEA Orange. I mean, they're aggressive when it comes to at times, but you're going up against Exotic, going up against a Proto, Royalty, Gunjar. It's going to be hard to match that slaying power in a map like London Docks.
Wonderful work there from the Pandas, holding the players of GGEA Orange in their base, and that was Royalty with the Streaks, catching that one man. He managed to make it out down through Street, immediately taking care of him, and now all 4 players, they've huddled up, and now they made their way through together, but that's already the 4th cap on the board. Gunjar now just hunting these players down, and another bit of ordnance coming in from above. That was Protos, and that's another all dead for GGEA Orange, and that's another flag on the run. An absolute stomping, a massacre. It's brutal displays here from Lightning Pandas.
It's ugly right now. That's the only thing. I mean, when have you seen a team get so pinned down into their base they have to throw a smoke on their flag just to get out? Right now, Lightning Pandas are doing no wrong, and GGEA Orange is still committed to just wrapping back to the flag because they don't want to give it up. It gets to a point in time where you have to kind of say, guys, let's force stack and go overextend. Let's push through gate to at least try to catch them out a little bit. We're in the first round of CTF. We're about to have cap number 6 on the board. It's not a glitch in the system. 6-0 for Lightning Pandas already.
If they stack up, though, if they stack up and try to make a run, I mean, they're just going to get hit by Streaks. They've all got Mountain on now, so they won't show up in the sort of sight of the fighter pilot. But still, look how defensive they have to be. They're afraid. Orange have no choice but to sit in their base because the pressure, the rhythm from the blaze. Oh my God, this could be 3. No need. Proto's picking up all the kills with his PPSH alone. The positioning. Pandas. Stop it! They've had enough!
They're already gone. And GGEA Orange, every single time with the respawn, they keep on trying to push. They're not trying to do anything different. In the meantime, Streaks just keep coming in. Here's a little smart play. They switched to Mountain to try to avoid the Streaks, but look at this. Exotic, he pulls another flag. This time they're going straight down. Is he going to go to find a kill? He does there. And finally, GGEA Orange are able to get out of their base to get some kills, but it's still 8-0.
Well, they have to do we've got to do a big run. 13 seconds left. They might be able to get one pull out of this. Only was Royalties in his base. He's the only guy there now, but we are going to see those players back on spawn. They've got to win a massive battle here on the flag of Lightning Pandas. Spoof, he's going to be hitting the flank, but the chances they know he's there, tremendous. What a trade. And wow, what a first round that was from Lightning Pandas. I like the setup they had, and this is where we saw most of the kills. Proto would run in, he'd put himself flush against that box just next to the flag, and he'd have Gunjar watching over his shoulder with the STG. So if you peek, you're going to get hit by the STG. He could like sneak out, just touch the flag with the tips of his fingers and make that run straight away while being covered the whole time. And that was pretty much it from start to finish.
Like, after that first push, it looked like GGEA Orange was really going to dictate the tempo and how the entire game went. They got the flag out. They were making that initial hold. And then all of a sudden, Lightning Pandas, I think for the last 4 minutes, they had somebody in fire throughout the entirety of that game. And then they ended up 2-stacking it, 3-stacking it, playing around the Streaks. It's 8-0. If GGEA Orange is able to come back in this one, which I don't think it's going to happen, I think it's perfectly fine to really kind of call the game at this point in time. As you see, Lightning Pandas picking up right where they left off in round number 1. A flag has been pulled, and they're heading down to the docks.
Still. GGEA Orange not out of this yet. The potential is here. They just have to do something real miraculous. Streaks there on the side of Proto. Mayhem now. He's got a flag. Pulling it out just before the enemy team has managed to cap his flag. So this is going to be big. He's going to force a stalemate, but he's got a couple of gunfights to win before he can get home, and he's in the wrong part of town. Royalty's going to get the kill. Gunjar picks him up as well. And that was just a precautionary glide bomb, because let's face it, they got plenty of glide bombs across the whole lineup. They can throw one away just in case.
Yeah, Proto getting that flag cap will get him a fighter glide bomb. I feel like everybody's just kind of had their mix when it comes down to getting those streaks in. it's going to be the same setup from Lightning Pandas on this side. They're going to have somebody in barrels throughout the entirety of this match. They're going to play around the streaks. They're going to continue exactly what they did in round number 1. Flag is going to be pulled again. This time Spoof's able to shut it down. It's going to be a little bit easier to play defense. So you're coming out of Cole. You're going to have that card use as cover. You can jiggle peek that back angle as well. So it's going to be a little bit easier for GGEA Orange to defend, but you have no time to defend. You need to go right back. You need to force Lightning Pandas into their base. You need to get a spawn trap going, exactly what they pinned you down in the round before.
Yeah, they've got 3 minutes and 30-ish seconds to capture 9 flags, and that's just to force overtime. It's going to be quite the ordeal. Proto's going 24-7. I mean, he's having a really, really good CTF round here on London Docks. Mayhem does get in. Oh, he tagged Nova. Can Nova stay alive? Proto's now in defense mode on his base. He's got Turtle up. He's taking on 2 angles at once at this point, but his teammates have just spawned, and that's Goonjar, who took one in the back of the head there. He can say sorry by getting another 24 kills. I think that's the only way to safely do that one. And look at this pressure now from GGEA Orange. They've got kills. They're in the base. They may be able to get a flag out of this. Spoof, though, gets that last kill, and now the run begins. Can they make it work? They've got players in mid. They've got full control of mid. They need to watch out for the street, and they could well get a cap on the board.
1 down, 8 more to go. But the glide bomb comes in. It shuts it down, so GGEA Orange still yet to get the cap on the board. It's going to be Mayhem retrieving that flag. He's going to be met by Goonjar over towards here. He's expanding his angle just a little bit to open it up. Dolphin Dive comes in. Mayhem's going to get the first cap on the board for GGEA Orange, and now it's Lightning Pandas in a position to try to pin them back into their base and get another pull.
Well, it's not going to be a clean sheet for GGEA Orange now, so making their way through, I believe, with 2 with that stick, actually. He managed to get both of them. Royalty picks up the flag. He came out of absolutely nowhere to steal that one, luckily taken down there. And GGEA Orange now, quick defensive play, and then they're on to the aggressive foot once again. They had the numbers there, they had the kills, but Goonjar playing this one very safe. He's letting those players overtake him. He knows they're running past him. There's a little spot. That's an annoying kill to happen. And now he's just watching his corners. He's going to have those players all around him. He's well deep in enemy territory, almost with the bayonet. That would have been a ridiculous way to get out of that situation. But still, his teammates holding firm.
So you believe now coming from this crane side, it will be player 3 Proto with that cover. He's pushing up. He's playing the tight corner. What if Believe is able to spot him on the cross? Believe getting some shots into the wall. Able to clean up the kill there too. Spoof is going to be joining him in the action. They find himself a kill. 4 dead for the side of Lightning Pandas. GGEA Orange should get cap number 2 on the board. I'm not sure if there's any more streaks for Lightning Pandas to use, but they're sitting comfortable. They don't really have to stress anything at this point.
The problem is time. It's time they need. 1 minute 30 left on the clock. They need to get a ton of caps. And that's one. Another one in there. And that's an artillery strike straight on top of the flag. And Mayhem, he's got to watch out. He's going to flush those players out. We've got Spoof coming through mid. Nice positioning. Oh my god, clean up your kills, man. Don't play with your food. Just finish it. Mayhem's now still moving forward. He's got to watch those players on the right-hand side, and he does. Good hip fire. He's got to keep that position here in fire. Beautiful work, even at the brink of death. Exotic, he's gone down. 2 more left on the flag, and he seems to be, he thinks someone's behind him, but they're not. That's a wonderful run there from GGEA Orange. They're going to be able to get another flag out, but they need to get a ton more in less than a minute now. Proto's going to slow that down as well. I mean, Doug, what a CTF this has been for the Lightning Pandas.
Yeah, everything is just brownie points for GGEA Orange at this point in time. You can go ahead and get all the caps you want, all the streaks you want. You still got blown out by 6 points. I mean, that's the hard story going into this one. They start to go on a little bit of a run here towards the end, this final 1 minute and 30 seconds, but it still wouldn't be enough. I feel like as the team progresses on, you see Lightning Pandas getting right back to having that beer control, getting that middle map presence as well, and they're looking to just keep it going. I feel like GGEA Orange right now is just kind of fighting for Lightning Pandas to not even get a cap in. They will finish the game off with 10 unless the glide bomb can shut this one down. Not even going for the flag carrier right there. So 10-3 is going to be the final score of London Docks CTF.
At this point, it's GGEA Orange just fighting for the fighting spirit that they need to carry into the next match. And this has been quite the display from Lightning Pandas. 10-3 is going to be the final score in the CTF as Lightning Pandas take their next map in the series.
A fantastic, fantastic CTF there, Chance. I mean, honestly, no surprise there. Lightning Pandas, I believe they beat Echo Fox something like 10-4 in that map in game mode as well, so you would have expected them to potentially come out and look as strong as they did. Wonderful performance in there. Of course, that is going to put them 2-1 up. I do want to quickly go over to Delta, though, because we have ourselves a pretty unique situation. As I say that, did that just end? No, it didn't. Unilad staying alive. It's going to be, of course, Monaco versus Unilad. It's game 2, search and destroy. Monaco had a 5-2 lead. The score currently 5-4, Chance. I know we've been keeping our eye on that one. We'll update you with everything else as well once this game does conclude. Of course, this is one of our Delta Station matches, and Monaco could be throwing this one away.
Well, they still got a couple more rounds. They have one more round to potentially throw away, but obviously they're just going to want to close it out here. But yeah, Atlas, he's just had a fantastic game so far. But again, Ben, as you pointed out, a 5-2 lead they had. They should be able to win this. But of course, Unilad, they're the pro team in this situation. You'd expect that they'd be, resilient enough to not, make this comeback.
Well, you would hope that the experience does come through, and well, that's a big first blood right there, Dirk.
Yeah, it most definitely is. And this Monaco team, from what we've seen, like Atlas and Nat Shea were two players that really stood out to me when I saw them trying to even get in towards the pool play as well. Looking shaky here. Unilad trying to just tie it up 5 apiece, try to go to that round 11 as well. But it's just a sticky situation right now. Bomb's going to be down inside of Cole for the side of Monaco. Unilad, I'm not sure if they're aware of that, but they have a complete spread over each bomb site.
Here's a scary thing as well, Miles. You've got Shawnee on a 4 streak as well. He could be potentially working towards streaks, and that's something which, in a round 11, very much could shape the outcome of this game, Miles.
Oh, and here we are, straight into it. Breezy's now left alone. Streaks in round 11. I mean, it doesn't get any... It could be. That's the sort of thing that could basically net you the entire match. And if this is the way it goes for Monaco here in the S&D, my heart breaks.
The heartbreak would be the correct response, because this is a must-win match, right, or map, excuse me, for Unilad, just because you don't want to go down 2-0 in the series against a team that you probably have zero information on. Like you talk about, if you do any game player up at all, at the very least, Monaco can go over and look at old VODs, even if they only have a couple minutes, just to get some sort of preparation in. Like if they've kept up with the league, they know who the players on Unilad are, but still, round 11, it comes down to this.
And again, to reiterate, Monaco, a team that finished 3rd in the French national circuit. They're currently 1-0 up in the series here against Unilad, and they found themselves in a round 11, game 2. Can they somehow produce the goods? It was a 5-2 lead Monaco had. Unilad have done fantastic to bring themselves back into this one. Can they complete the comeback, though? That, of course, the question. It's Unilad on the attacking side, and unfortunately, Shawnee falls for first blood. That's unfortunate, Dirk.
Yeah, most definitely is. Moose almost got himself caught up, and now they have him pinned down right here to the bomb site. He's going to go ahead and say, you know what? I'm going to get this bomb down for Moose. Time is now going to be working against the side of Monaco, but they still know Moose is pinned down here. You see Gabby trying to come around to work out some sort of a flank. Scrap's going to be able to find a kill. Nat Shea, 1 versus 3 now.
Not like this. Not like this. What a way to go. Oh, wow, Monaco heartbreak. But look, if you're a Unilad fan, which I kind of am, not a bad result.
Pretty fantastic result, 5-2 down. A great comeback there. Of course, that series now tied 1-1. But earlier on, we jumped into a little bit of the Bravo game. We mentioned it a little bit as well. Of course, Heretics versus E United. Heretics was 1-0 up after an unbelievable comeback in map number 1. Game 2 goes the distance as well. A round 11 search and destroy. I want to take a look at our CWL play of the game presented by Scuff. Chance, I saw you tweeting it out. Someone goes dad mode in this round 11.
Yeah, you'll see it very quickly. Pristini wins the important gunfight on the first player, and then the round just collapses after that. Aggressive as hell, by the way. Like, he is weak and just continually flies out. Of course, he has the backup support, but Pristini didn't need it. He got the 3-piece pretty much all by himself, and that's the round win. And that's what you like to see. It's worth pointing out, they were actually down 5-3 was E United. So it looked like Heretics had all sorts of momentum just for that game number 2. But props to United, they don't, completely collapse mentally. They show some resilience, make the comeback in a big way.
And that's what you need. I mean, if you're E United, you can't be losing to these guys. I mean, that's one of the things. Like, you're one of those teams that they are going through their struggles right now, but just as a whole, it's a team that you're sitting there looking at the caliber that these players have played at. It's like, we cannot lose them in any way. So, like you said, Pristini goes dad mode, goes huge for the team, and gets all those kills, gets the clean ace on London Docks.
Yeah, he definitely needed to. I do want to quickly stop in our Charlie stream. We haven't really seen too much of it, so I do want to just have a glance. As it stands, Ghost Gaming 2-0 up in the series, but they do find themselves now 1-0 down in the CTF. Chance, not really time to hit the panic button just yet.
Not too much. And I will say, just for the first 2 games, Lacefield has been having himself one hell of a series. So he's looked great. And of course, we already know that the rest of the Ghost Gaming lineup is pretty disturbing as well. But Vitality, 1-0 lead. Plenty of time, though, left in this game.
Yeah, the most definitely is going to pull away from Charlie. Again, we'll keep you updated with all of these games live from CWL Atlanta. For now, though, it's time to go back to our main stage matchup. Lightning Pandas with the 2-1 lead against GGEA Orange. It's time now to go over to Hardpoint on St. Marie du Mont.
What a saga this has been, Dirk. For me now, the biggest question is whether GGEA Orange can bounce back after what was a incredibly crushing defeat there on Docks.
See, that's one of the things, too. Like we said the World Gaming, exact same situation with Complexity, and GGEA Orange were like, okay, surely they can't bounce back from this. They go on to win the event. So they're a team that you just like, people always call it, you have the goldfish memory. Just completely forget about that last game and move on into this one. We go back to Hardpoint, where we saw Lightning Pandas do some excellent work on Ardennes Force, and now we find ourselves in St. Marie-du-Mont, and Lightning Pandas picking up right where they left off. They have complete restaurant control, and they are getting the early time in this hill.
Not easy to hold on a restaurant. Proto, though, he's doing his work to make sure that the Pandas do just that. Up and over the top. Nova, though, fighting with the pistol from down low. Keeps Proto in a tough spot. So again, pressure being applied from the boys of GGEA Orange. Unable to break on through. And as you can see, the rotation getting ready for that next hard point. Spoof taking the scenic route, going all the way around. He's going to be able to buy himself that position. Mayhem picking up that kill in the mid. And look at this, number 7, Gunjar, hoping to hunt him down. But Spoof is completely behind enemy lines at this point, and he has just been sniffed out. But can he stay alive? Oh, that's a beautiful peek there from Gunjar. Lovely heads-up play. And he keeps that one going with a seconds. That's 2 in a row for him, halfway towards his streaks.
Proto just dying there. It actually gives him the better spawn going in towards that back ammo area. So now GGEA Orange, they're left to try to break this up that Lightning Pandas do have, and you can just see where players 3 and 1, Mayhem and Believe, just spawn all the way out there towards that barn. Lightning Pandas can do no wrong so far in this series when it comes down to the respawn. See, they hop out the hill, just trying to slay out for the time being. They finally force Lightning Pandas to go all the way on the other side of the map, and they still have 30 seconds to play for, so plenty of time for GGEA Orange to try to make something happen. Now they finally get their first touch on in, but Lightning Pandas, 2 more players to try to go through. Proto has been a stud this entire series. He peeks out, finds himself a second, finds the third for Proto as well. Glide Bomb, Fighter Proud, he's getting ready to overlap as well.
Did you call him a stud? He's a stud. What a stud. What a stud. That was a lovely 2-piece, 3 in a row. And again, so close to streaks again. He's going to be netting it with this one. That's going to be the fighter pilot coming in from up ahead. That's a Stuka. And that's not great.
The play in mind was great because they had Exotic set up in towards that back area. So he, in his mind, he's like, okay, I'm going to call in the streak. Any call I get should spawn them out. But since he didn't get anything with that one, GGEA Orange, some players had Mountain. He was able to get a call on a couple players as well. They weren't able to get anything. So the thought process was good with it. It was just very unfortunate for for Lightning Pandas that GGEA Orange was running that Mountain. But now they're putting heavy focus here towards this back barn. It's exactly what you want. They need to take out Mayhem right here. Gunjar does just that. Spoof is going to go for that trade, but he's met by Proto to try to make something happen. And what an excellent view we're getting from the battle cam.
It's a very beautiful game, I'll give you that much. Again, here we are, Proto making his way on through. Royalty's covering the other angle as well. Royalty now, you'll see that pinch happen, and no need. Gunjar with a huge nade from the courtyard directly behind him, and Lightning Pandas now ever growing that lead is. As GGEA Orange just unable to really get into this. They're just charging into the blazing guns of Lightning Pandas. Proto currently going 10 and 4. And this is Gunjar watching the flank, watching the rear. Knows those players are going to be coming through, and Spoof knew, and he didn't seem to give a damn. He went right through him there. Proto continuing the push, flushing those players out, expecting another around the corner, and he guessed right, but in the end, Believe just managed to catch him in an awkward moment. Still, wonderful work there, continuing the push. The aggression from GGEA Orange is admirable, but at this point, it doesn't seem to be worked too much because Lightning Panda is just a little too strong.
Use a little 3-piece with the fire pod there over towards the lookout post. It's going to be basically where that streak is going to be used 9 times out of 10. I mean, you have 3 hills where it can be pretty good on, but just with how open lookout post is, it's going to be so much more beneficial. And with that streak, Lightning Panda is able to break on through. They have their setup ready to rock and roll again. The first team to pass the 100-point mark. Do they know that the players are going to go for a 3-hit over here towards the arches? That is the question. One player sat there watching his kill cam, trying to get the better spawn. He's still spawned into back ammo. Nova breaks in. He's able to first get the frag. Believe follows it up, but Royalty, he's able to get some nice shots there from Barn.
Great play from Nova. Sort of hit and run there. Just managing to get out of trouble, get into the hard point, get their damage done. And we have Believe just above that next hard point as it's about to flip. We've got to control top. You need to have that sight line from the windows. You can take care of those players on spawn. Get some shots in the middle east, pin them down before they can get towards the hard point. But as you can see, the Pandas have control of the lower floor. Believe is now going to have to take care of these ones on the way up. And Proto makes the read. Believe needs to back down. He needs to watch this. His teammates may be downstairs fighting for their lives, but if he loses this gunfight upstairs, they're going to be in real trouble off the next set of spawns. Oh, that's a big win for Believe. He's got to keep this alive because he's basically giving his teammates the ability to charge through mid. Oh, and that's it. Now that they've got top floor control, this is going to get real nasty for the Pandas.
And that's one of the things, too. I mean, Believe he has the right idea playing up in top restaurant, but his main job, he's so focused on the radio tower for somebody trying to flank. He's not looking out towards one of the cubbies to where the players are going to push, so he's not being able to do any damage. He's virtually useless at that point in time. He's just running back and forth. He's not even getting any kills doing so. So they're just focusing so much on that top restaurant while all of his teammates are just getting obliterated down there. And Lightning Pandas, they're going to try to close this one out early over these next couple of hills. They're rotating. GGEA Orange, they've yet to get a perfect setup. Lightning Pandas been able to charge through with or without streaks.
GGEA Orange currently control the hard point. Goonjar making his way through the back. He's going to be able to catch Nova here. Top shots, does manage to take care of him. Believe, though, gets a quick bit of vengeance, and Proto answers back as well. So a lovely back and forth with the Pandas coming out on top. And now, GGEA Orange spawning way out. Too far away. They've got to make a big run across map, and Goonjar, when he's shooting like that, he's going to be picking those players off. I mean, this is completely the Goonjar and Proto show right now. Proto, again, 20 and 8. I would love to know his kills death over this entire series, because he has been slaying his heart out, and it's really shown in the score.
They've been going huge, and it's just, I'm looking at this GGEA Orange team. Like, this is not the team I saw on the national circuit. This is not the team I saw at the World Gaming event. Like, I don't know who these guys are right now. It's a complete and utter blowout throughout everything that we've seen thus far, and just Lightning Pandas, they're just doing everything so great. It just comes down to, once GGEA Orange, they do get that early rotation. They have streaks to break. That's a big positive, but they're stacking the back area where they need to block off the spawns and making sure they're sending at least 3 there to break the setups every time. 200-point mark officially broken by Lightning Pandas. They can close it out here if they get a flawless hold over towards the parking lot, but they have to slay out before they can make any sort of progress. Close spawn still going in favor of GGEA Orange.
This is a rude awakening for GGEA Orange as they've entered full play. I mean, this is potentially going to be a 3-1, and this finish has been rough. And I worried about this coming off the back of the London Docks CTF, which was an absolute shutout from Lightning Pandas. And here we have it. GGEA Orange just unable to get back into this one after such a tough loss. 205, they need 45 points to win this, and here it begins. They won't be able to win it on this hard point. They do have to control the next one as well, but every second is going to count. Spoof stops the bleeding for now, but it's a real critical injury. This one's going to put them to bed if they can't do something about it.
It's just crazy, too, just the amount of times that you're seeing Lightning Pandas constantly in a position to trade. Whether somebody thinks on GGEA Orange that, hey, I snuck through, there's an exotic who just comes out peeking and is automatically getting that kill. That's exactly what you want to see. Again, GGEA Orange, it's virtually impossible to try to come back into this one. You have no utility to work with. You have to rotate early. On a map like St. Marie-Dumont, these hills are so spread apart that if you're able to push it even to the winery lot, you somehow have to take that long haul and go all the way down to the parking lot. So GGEA Orange trying to make their final stand here towards the lookout. I don't know if there's any more streaks available for the side of Lightning Pandas here in this one, but it's going to be Proto opening things up with a big 2-piece. Player floods in through middle. They isolate the man. Back lookout post. They take him out as well. Nova now trying to go in solo dolo here.
Oh, that was the Alamo for GGEA Orange, and now it looks like they've lost it, and they've got 2 coming through mid if they can hold on, but this is a kill box for them right now. 10 points remaining for Lightning Pandas. This could well be it, Proto. And the hard point there, Goonjar as well, just rocking their way through these players. The final few moments, and my gosh, it's a big closeout. 3-1 is the series in the end.